Hey there, drone fans. Rick here again from Drone Valley. So the reason I'm wearing this ridiculous grin today, smiling ear to ear, is because of this beautiful box sitting in front of me. My brand new Phantom 4 Pro Plus model just arrived today, and it was all I could do to not tear open the box, charge up the quad, and send it up in the sky. But I thought before I do that, let me do a quick unboxing to show you what's included with the kit and give you some first impressions of what I think of the quad. Now, you guys know that I fly a lot of different quads, including the Phantom 4, so this upgrade with the Phantom 4 Pro proves to be, I think, another step forward in technology. I think it's an evolution of what the Phantom 4 could do, with things like an integrated display in the Plus model, a better camera, crash avoidance, longer flight times. All those things add up to a really big benefit, I think, over current technology. And honestly, I'm going to do a lot of clips with this guy over the next couple of weeks, comparing it to the Mavic and other quads on the market, including the Inspire 2, to give you a feel for maybe what makes it different. And if you're trying to decide which quad to buy, I'll definitely do some A/B comparisons between all those models to help you find the right quad for your needs. But before I talk too much, let me tear open the box and get into it, because I've tried to be patient, but I'm past the point of waiting. So let me break the seal here. All right. So the box itself is very well presented. It's got a picture of the brand new Phantom 4 Pro on the front. It's got the crash avoidance. Obviously, they're highlighting that. A lot of good information on the side here. It's got serial numbers, different information about certifications worldwide, things like that. Important things you'd want to know. Inside the box, really nice. Again, this is a beautiful touch from DJI. But when they sell you a quad, the Phantom 4 and this one both came in this sort of durable case that you can use to transport your quad when you're flying. So inside the case, out of the way, is this pretty durable case. Now, what I like about this is that right out of the gate, I've got something to carry it around with me. Now, you guys know that I like to use hard cases when I travel, so I'll eventually get a case to upgrade. But in the meantime, this is a wonderful way for me to store that quad and actually fly it around. All right, let me get into it. I'm talking too much. All right, so the same latch mechanism up front where you basically pop it open like that and twist it and open up the case. Oh, man. And there's the quad. So my initial impression of it is it looks a lot like a Phantom 4. That's not really that much of a surprise because it is based on the same frame. But let me lift it out and take a look at it. So there's the quad. Now, my first impression of the quad, obviously, to me, to my eye, the camera looks bigger. The mounting looks a little bit different on the camera as well. You've got the front sensors for crash avoidance, you've got the side infrared sensors for crash avoidance, and you've got back sensors for crash avoidance. So those are major changes on the quad. But to be honest with you, it does feel different. It feels a little bit more integrated, a little bit denser, which I know is a hard thing to describe when you're holding it, but I'll spend some time comparing it side by side with the Phantom 4 to give you a feel of maybe what's changed between the two. But first impressions are the fit is really nice and the form is really nice on this as well. One other thing I'm noticing right out of the gate is that the propellers are different. So the propellers on the Phantom 4 had those rings on the outside with the spring metal on them. These look like they've got propellers that are very similar to the way the Mavic propellers mount with a spring in the center. So I'll definitely do a close-up clip on that and explain that side by side for you. Okay, so inside the case, this is what I'm really looking forward to, is the controller. Man, that is pretty cool. That is really cool. So just give me a second here. All right, so the controller has an integrated display, and this is one of the things I was the most excited about because the controller itself looks a lot like the Phantom 4 controller, but with this integrated display, what it does for me is give me one device now that I've got a charge to take with me. One of the challenges with the Phantom 4 controllers was that I was using a phone or a tablet that I had to charge separately, and so many times I'll be out there flying for the day and the phone will die or the tablet will die. By having one device that I charge with a single connection allows me to make sure that I've got something fully charged to take with me on the road. So I like that an awful lot. Now the display looks really nice. I'm going to light this up in a little bit, and again I'm going to do a ton of follow-up clips, but this is supposed to be one of the brightest displays in the market today. They're saying it's twice as bright as most phones or tablets are today, which means I should be able to use this in bright sunlight outside, which is a major advantage because anybody that's flown in bright sunlight knows that if you've got a tablet or you've got a phone connected to your controller, you've either got to find a tree to hide under so you get a little bit of shade, or you've got to use a hood. So having a really bright display would be really nice for me. Let me take a look around, see if there's any other major differences. Yeah, there is actually. So you can do an upgrade on the Phantom 4 controllers to add the HDMI connection on the bottom. This one already has it in there. So I don't know if that comes with both controllers or just the one with the Plus model, but I'll check and I'll give you all the details you need on that. So I've got a USB connection there, HDMI connection there. I've got a micro USB connection on the one end, and it's got a SIM card, not a SIM card, a micro SD card slot on the bottom. Now I'm going to have to do a little investigation. That may be where I can record streaming video from the quad, which again is a nice touch because heaven forbid you lose your quad, you'll lose all the footage with it because you're recording it right on the quad. Having this in here allows me, I think, to record streaming video, so I can either record it here or record it on the quad. But again, I haven't played with it, so I will spend some time over the next couple of days. Trust me, this thing's going to be in the air in about 60 minutes just so I can get out there and do an initial flight with it. But very cool controller. All right, now in addition to that, of course, DJI includes a lot of blades, which is nice. Nice little bag here for your blades. And it looks, yep, there's 2 full sets of blades that are included with the quad. And to my eye, these blades look identical to the Phantom 4 blades. So even though they've changed the mounting and the spring tension underneath, it seems like the blades are exactly the same. So again, I'll do some comparisons side by side on that. So on this end of the box, I've got the power supply, which looks to be the same, if not exactly the same, as the Phantom 4 power supply. Let me set that aside. Then there's a cable for the US right there, as you'd expect. Okay, on this side, and this is again a nice touch from DJI, you have a holder here that you can pull out, and there's space in here for 2 batteries. So if you're going to use this as your carrying case for a while, you can carry 1 battery in the quad, and you can carry 1 additional battery in each of these slots inside the box. So you can actually carry the quad, the controller, all your blades, and 2 extra batteries, which is really sweet. Now down inside here, I've got some cables. Let's see what we've got. Okay, it looks like a micro USB cable to a standard USB connection. That's for updating the firmware. And here I've got a looks like a micro USB to USB cable as well. So that allows you to make connection to the quad, either to transfer your images and video off there or to do firmware upgrades to it. And included on this corner are your manuals. Now, this is again another nice touch from DJI. A lot of times when you buy a quad, you get a box that you open up, it's got a lot of styrofoam in it, you throw all that stuff out, you don't have a manual. You actually have to go to their website to either read something in PDF format or print it out yourself. That's kind of a pain in the neck. Even though it's nice to have a digital copy, having a printed copy is just a really classy touch. So good on you, DJI for including that. So there's the full manual, and I'll spend a lot of time reading that in a little bit. But again, this case is really, really complete. It looks a lot like the Phantom 4 case, and I've had a lot of luck with that Phantom 4 case lasting quite a long time. I actually traveled with it for quite a bit when I first got it on planes. It'll do a real good job of, sort of holding the drone and protecting the drone as long as you're not too abusive with it. So that's everything that's included in the kit. Now, as you guys know, I love flying, and I cannot wait to get this thing up in the air. So I know I'm rushing through a lot of this stuff. You've probably seen unboxing videos on this particular quad before, but I just thought, let me do the basics and do an unboxing and show you what comes with the kit. You have my word that over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to spend countless hours doing clips on this with comparisons to other quads, giving you the good and the bad of it like I do every time I review a product, and just try to help you understand better why you would spend your hard-earned money on a product like this. Maybe it's the perfect drone for you, maybe there's another drone that's better, but the more time I spend doing clips and comparisons and sort of little technical insights, I think it helps you guys become better flyers and hopefully make the right purchase decisions when you're ready to jump into a quad like this. So anyway, that's all I wanted to get into today. If I've missed anything or you have any particular questions you want me to answer as I'm going through the testing, please drop them below in the comments and I guarantee I'll get back to you. I really appreciate you guys watching this channel. I've watched the subscriber count grow considerably over the last couple of months, and that's very encouraging to me, and it's inspiring to know that you guys are watching these and find value in them. So I'll continue to do them as long as you guys are enjoying them. I'm going to get into this over the next couple of weeks. I also have an Inspire 2 on its way, so when that arrives, it'll give me both the Mavic, the Phantom 4 Pro Plus, and the Inspire 2 to do comparisons side by side with them. So again, thanks an awful lot for watching. I have to say goodbye for now because I want to get out and play with this thing. So happy flying.